New mail has arrived.
Checky 002 is approaching Sky Fortress at high speeds. He's trying to board the ship.
I should treat myself today.
Let me do that. I don't like this particular boss battle because it just takes about 9 million years. I feel like compared to those other ones that are on here. Plus he moves all over the map, like 8,000 times. And of course it makes it a not really fun time for me. So as long as I can knock it out and complete the mission, I'm usually pretty set.
All systems are operational. All systems are operational. Would you like to take on a mission for the Green Hoods?
Do I have even
How may
enough
I help
for
you?
one of these items that I want to get? Probably not. But that's okay. We can always about 100 and 117 off. I know once I complete maybe like 1 or 2 missions, then I should be set for that. So I'm just trying to make it so that my gear's a little bit more powerful. Like the sooner I can, the better it is. Like honestly, I can get a lot further in the game there.
What kind of fun should I have today?
I mean, I shouldn't need that much. It is what it is, I guess. Oh, I was gonna say, like, I thought I was selling that for a minute.
All systems are operational.
It's whatever. Alright. Cause not like I'm not gonna need the coins anyway. So, what other missions do I need to complete today? I guess we'll go over to Rainbow Mountain. That sounds like a good enough thing. It doesn't take that long anyway. If I can knock out a bunch of them, I should have 170 coins in no time. Yeah, no, for me, it's like what I like to typically do in these scenarios is kind of like try to speed through it just so I don't have to like really just go through everything. It starts to just become really tedious after a little bit. So it makes it so I don't have to come back over to this direction a little later. Even though this is, I guess, considered like late game stuff. So that's why I'm able to just kind of steamroll these areas, because this is a level, like a much lower level area, and I'm actually at max level. Like most players in this game actually already are, and have been at max level around the time I started playing Maplestory 2.
Too hot?
Now the two monsters that just appeared on the screen on the left there. It just makes it more tedious later on, just something that I really don't want to do.
Now I stand.
So something I like to get, I like to defeat some of these little kind of side areas, because it just allows for a little bit more experience.
Howling wind.
Allows for a little bit more experience for me.
Cha! Now I spin.
Yeah, getting something like that is never a fun time. But like, your panda is basically one of those things where you just kind of don't want to deal with it, but it's kind of like a time waster type of thing.
Maybe I can be an archmage.
It makes it not that big of a deal. Let me know if my audio's okay, or if I need to adjust it in OBS or something. Like, scaling a lot of here isn't too terrifying, luckily. But it takes a little bit of time to get used to just kind of scaling a lot of these areas. Alright, that's one mission down for today. Alright, now obtaining the pepper route is not too terrible. Everything else just kind of like a collectathon. So I guess what we'll have to do... Actually, some of this gear can actually sell off at some point. I'm not really gonna get too crazy about it right now. So... I guess what we can do is go off to Queenstown and we'll see what things we can collect from over there. Might be a little noisy, but...
Hey! Air taxi!
we gotta collect these materials so we can like, make other materials to collect, to kind of just finish out some quests that, took the, kind of some daily stuff. You know, sometimes it's not fun to have to just kind of sit around and collect things.
Man!
Alright, now that all that's collected, I'm gonna go back to Tria, which is kind of like the main hub for Maplestory 2. So, it's like most of the things that get, even though a lot of the missions just don't happen from Tria. Hey Rob, what'd it do? I know it took me like 9,000 years to finally stream again, technically. Like, I was gonna stream some League earlier, but then I just kind of didn't feel like it. So, yeah, right now I'm just kind of, doing a little bit of collecting so I can kind of make some things and complete some quests and live my best life. So it's like it's not really gonna be too crazy and sweet for me.
Yeah! Yay! Yeah! Yay! Yeah! Yay!
So how is life? How are things?
Yay!
Oh yeah, it's really fun. Like, it's really fun. It took me... I started this game last year, and it maybe took me almost 2 or 3 weeks to get to max level when the cap was about level 50. And it took me about another week to get to reach the max level again, which is level 70. Luckily it's free, it's super easy to get into, controls are easy to learn, and stuff like that. But it's really kind of like all up to your play style. Hi CP! But, yeah, that's good to hear that, like, things are good. I gotta pick up some potions anyway. Yeah, I'm about to just pick up some potions so that, I can go, it'll be a little bit easier for me to complete some dungeons. I gotta get, how many I got? I want to get 26. The reason I'm getting 26 is so I can have a nice even number. Because I like having nice even numbers of everything.
New mail has arrived.
Let's see, what do we else need to finish the quest? I'd probably go over there and take care of that pumpkin. So, gonna just start. So
I'll see you again, right?
Like a lot of like what this game likes to do is early on you're gonna have a jillion quests, right? You're gonna have a bunch of them, but towards the late game, you're really just not gonna have as many, I guess. But I guess it's because I'm so much later on in the game. It's not. There's really like not a whole lot of like crazy amounts of quests to do without me running like halfway across the map. that's not where I wanted to go, but we're gonna have to go there anyway. And luckily there's custom character creation and everything at the beginning of the game, and you pick your own class, and there's actual like story that goes with it, and it's fun. So, yeah, it is. It's kind of like in the same vein of as like World of Warcraft, but like not as intense. It's like diet World of Warcraft. It's like the best way that I can describe it. Like I always tell people, like the best way to kind of like see if you actually want to do anything with the game is actually just to try it out, things like that. I suppose now we can go back to the other base and we can see what kind of missions we can complete while knocking out other ones. Because as much as I would rather not have to do missions, I'd rather knock out at least a couple of dailies. I'll also complete this one first while I'm standing here.
Would you like to take on a mission for the Green Hoods?
Yeah, it's like a lot of this stuff is just like, oh, I have enough to get more of that stuff.
How may I help
So
you?
basically, with some of these missions, yeah, it's free to play. You just go on the. I have to think of. I can't remember who exactly makes this game, but I can always link it to you later if you want me to. You can go onto their website and just sign up for free. And with these missions that are a little bit later in the game, you can, like, you get all these coins, or these tokens, as I say, and you use these tokens in this shop over here to buy, like, different gear or different crystals and fragments and stuff like that to help you enchant your gear to make your gear a lot stronger. And it doesn't take that long to get some of this stuff, and you'll just have to complete missions just to get more of these coins. And so what I just bought was a box that's going to contain one of the 3 pieces of gear that you see down there towards the bottom. And so once you double click on it, you can pick which one you want. But for me, since I'm trying to upgrade my headgear on this particular character, I'm going to be picking the headgear. And because I'm trying to upgrade your gear, you have to enchant those items.
You need my help? I'll do my best. This plus 12 is how many times I've enchanted it, and the more times that you enchant it, the more materials you're gonna make. So once I click on that, it's gonna show what catalyst is gonna be used, which is the hat that I just got. And all I have to do is click on that, and it will use up one of them. And I need 2 more hats to kind of get it to level 13, but that's gonna take a little bit. So just whatever gear that I don't need, are operational.
I'll go wherever is the closest shop that happens to be around. I'll go to that particular shop and I will sell off what lesser gear and stuff like that. Like, as you can see, it's like this staff is much less powerful than the staff I have, so I don't need to equip it, and I'll just sell it off. It just means I have a little extra gold and a little extra gold for like potions and whatnot like that. I need to see when that restocks. Yeah, I have a whole 23 hours. So I guess what I can do now is hop into a dungeon. Actually, no, I need to do the other thing first.
Mind your manners, cadet.
So each one of these people on this ship will have a separate mission. Will have separate missions for me to complete on here, and you can do them every day. There's ones that are for every day, ones that are for every week,
and it at latest it'll reset every week. So usually what I'll do is just accept all of them, and I'll just end up accepting all of them and completing as many as I can in kind of like one outing before going back.
I am the shadow that evil fears.
Like, if I had to say, this game is probably rated maybe
Let us begin.
PG, like low PG. And now to kind of complete one of these missions, I have to craft a bunch of things. And luckily it's not going to take me that long to do it. So I have to go over here into the crafting tab and see what I can craft. So luckily the stuff that I was collecting earlier, it'll tell you how much you can craft in there. And usually what I'll just go in there and craft the max amount, just because it's not like I'm not going to have to do it anyway. And luckily it's not as slow as I think, like, what was it, Warframe or other games of that matter to complete, like, quests and stuff like that. Usually a quest, like, some quests will take longer than others, of course, but it's like later game quests don't take that long. And we are almost done with the 10. Like, all of this is just ranking up stuff. So while that's happening, I'm going to see what else I can complete. So
What do you want?
So a lot, like, the higher the... I get the general ideas. I mean, it depends on your playstyle. Like, early game, there's a lot to do. Like, very early game, there's so much to do. But since I'm so much later in the game, there's not gonna be super crazy amount of things for me to do. I guess we'll... How do we craft this? We're gonna need a lot of that. Which isn't gonna be that hard to get. Yeah, same. It's like when I started playing this game, I really had no idea what I was doing. And even still in some dungeons, I still have no clue what I'm doing. And that's just being legitimate. Yeah, because I can't really level up anymore. So it's just I'm trying to get better gear so I can do a mission that I couldn't complete like a year ago. And we will see about that. I know I'm not going to get to it really anytime soon, but it's going to happen eventually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to Tria and to just sell off a couple things to make some kind of coins back. All the missions that are a part of this are very optional. I'm just kind of doing it just for the fun of it. But luckily, some missions don't have markers for you. But so while we're going to wait for that, we're going to go complete this. As much as I don't want to, he is a bit of a pain in the neck. So luckily, it's like, unfortunately, fast traveling can be a little costly if you don't have a whole lot of coins, but things are on the other side of the map. So I decided for this particular character to kind of stick with fire and ice, unfortunately. And so my the one ability that I have found allows my one of my other abilities to be nearly instantly refreshed, which can be very helpful in several cases. So when my screen blinks blue every now and again, that just means that the ability happens to be refreshed. And the pet that I have for this character also attacks any enemies, and also has a chance of healing, which also comes in handy with some of the higher level bosses, like this one. This one's a bit more medium level, but you can find this one in one of the dungeons. It's not that bad. And of course, everything has a cooldown, so sometimes the cooldowns are not the more fun things in the world. So when he does that thing, of course, like this, he jumps up and then he jumps back down. But if you don't hold on to him or get out of the way really fast, it'll stun you. But luckily, he telegraphs it, and sometimes he won't go through with the full jump, and he'll shake you off like that. Like, because there's only myself and one other person trying to defeat this particular boss. Yeah, see there, I didn't move out of the way in time, so I got stunned for a little bit. I think the stun doesn't last that long. Because, like, with this part, I didn't have to hold on to him like that, but it's whatever. It's not the end of the world. Like, the more people you have for these enemies, the better. Like, if I had done this one earlier in the day, then maybe there's evil people on, but because it's the time it is in my time zone, it is what it is. So when he has a little blue armor thing that's kind of near him, that just means he lowers my armor. And so luckily the person that I have to try to beat this boss with, he is a healer. And I picked the mage because I figured that mages are something that I understand a lot more. Like, the punch gets really annoying.
Yeah, magic! Chill already!
And but sometimes I have to pause in between my attack. Oh, thanks. I try to explain things the best that I can. Oh, no. When he does the ground thing, it pushes you away. It just makes it. Yeah, I'll just turn down the desktop audio, plus I'm trying not to like scream and yell. I know sometimes in my headset it gets a little loud. After I turn it on, I will do that.
Chill already.
Don't want to. But luckily, this boss doesn't do a whole lot of damage to me, since I am the highest level in the game.
Too hot?
So, because I'm not going to get to it in time, usually what I do is I just try to use one of the mounts that I have to get away, just so that he won't stop.
Chill already.
Nope. Not gonna allow crushing today. So, at least like with him shaking me off, he doesn't do damage to you if you hold him onto him or shake him off. And so when the bosses like die like this, it's easier to just keep spamming the one basic attack piece, because then we'll get extra gold. And so we'll get extra gold about like on it. Alright. And it's like the boss battle music is usually pretty loud. Sorry, I have to stretch my back. I didn't need to do that. That was nice of him to kind of give out the extra heal there. Well, let's see what kind of drops we got from him. A couple of crystals, essence, some catalysts, which are important in leveling up things.
What's there to do around here?
So we're going to need to do that. Alright, awesome. Oh, I'll probably pop in a little later on. Alright, so I will finish that. And do that. Oh, that's fun. Alright. Let's see, is there anything that I could pull off? Nah. So, let's see if I can try to finish off that exploration goal while I'm here. I don't want to do it. Alright. And let's see.
New mail has arrived.
Alright. Let's do another one. Which is gonna be that terrifying.
Hey, air taxi!
Alright.
Chill already. I feel safe. Chill already. All of this for little old me.
I've never had to defeat this monster before.
Pull your jets.
So I want to see how.
You're cut.
We're trying not to bother people too much
Chill already.
about helping me defeat these bosses
I
because
feel safe.
doing weeklies usually takes me a little bit of time. Like weeklies are just because the least fun part about this. Like dailies is just like, I have the whole day to do it. But weeklies kind of loom a little bit. I'll go just do multi-hit attacks there.
Away. Chill already.
Like these bosses are very doable by yourself, but I usually recommend to not.
You're cut.
Third time's the charm hits that one.
Chill already.
who's actually on my friends list on here. What's up? Alright, let's see where this stands. So we'll try to do some of the ones that are already on here. We're gonna try to find the treasure chest that is in the lake. Alright, so it is there. I just gotta find out how to get down there. Because it's gonna look a little weird and kind of wonky on trying to get down there. Like, there has to be another way to get down there. Oh, geez, that's something I can interact with.
How may I help you?
Trying to see like what things are movable and what I can go past. Alright. I think I'm gonna end it here at least for today. It's glad to be back in terms of streaming, and I'll be back as soon as I actually can. Alright, have a good night, everyone.